Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Circle on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Ubong Usoro. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV channels 365 and Star Times 276. In Rivers State, the political stage is set once again as Governor Similaye Fubara has returned to Rivers State. His arrival comes after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lifted the 6 months emergency rule in the state. Our correspondent has the details.
At exactly 11:55 a.m., the governor's aircraft touched down at the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omangwa. On the ground, an eager crowd had been waiting, supporters chanting, waving placards, and straining for a glimpse of their governor. Cheers erupt as Governor Fubara stepped out of the aircraft, his presence stirring emotions among the people who see him as a symbol of resilience in a stormy political climate. This homecoming comes just a day after reports that the Rivers State House of Assembly reconvened, yet another twist in the unfolding political saga of Rivers State. For now, Fubara's return raises more questions than answers. What role will he play in the days ahead? And how will Rivers State politics unfold after months of uncertainty? Ubong Osoro for Global Television.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed that 2 recent suspected cases of viral hemorrhagic fever in Abuja have tested negative for both Ebola virus disease and Marburg virus. The NCDC, in a public health advisory issued today, signed by its Director General Dr. Jide Idris, noted that further tests are ongoing for other hemorrhagic fevers, including Lassa fever and dengue fever. The advisory comes amid public concerns and speculations following reported cases of suspected viral hemorrhagic fever in Abuja. Benue State is charting a new course in the digital age. Since assuming office, Governor Alia has placed technology at the heart of his government. In this special report, we trace that journey and spotlight his latest milestone with our Benue State correspondent Felicity Ndere. Residents of the Federal Capital Territory are set to enjoy smoother connectivity as the federal government flags off the construction of Artillery Road N1 linking Wuye District to Ring Road 2. The project is part of ongoing efforts to upgrade infrastructure and ease transportation across the Federal Capital Territory. Kabi Azan reports.
The official flag-up in Abuja drew dignitaries, stakeholders, and community leaders who commended President Bola Tinubu for prioritizing infrastructure renewal in the FCT. Executive Secretary of the FCT administration, Richard Dauda, explained that the dualized road project will come with parking spaces and other essential facilities. He stressed that the road, once completed, will ease mobility, reduce traffic congestion, and stimulate economic activities in adjoining districts.
The FCT administration, in its commitment to enhancing efficient road network and resolving traffic connectivity challenges, and to support the long-term urban growth of the Federal Capital City, in accordance with the Abuja Master Plan, processed the construction of the Artillery Road N1, which is the Olusegun Obasanjo Way, from Wuye District to Ring Road 2 within the city.
The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike described the road as part of the federal government vision to restore Abuja's master plan and position the city among the world's most modern capitals. He added that the contractors will also maintain and monitor the project for 4 years after completion.
To support and help Mr. President to achieve for this country to get to where we do something and know that we're doing it for the interest of Nigeria and for Nigerians. It's very, very key.
The company handling the project assured timely delivery and international quality standard.
We assure you of our commitment to delivering quality infrastructure that meets the highest standard. We will work diligently to ensure the project is completed on time.
For residents, the project signals renewed commitment by the government to ease transportation challenges and unlock more economic opportunities across Abuja. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
Commissioner of Police, Niger State Command, Adamu Eliman, has cautioned scrap dealers and members of the Amalgamated Commercial Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria against buying or transporting stolen and vandalized items. According to a statement by the Public Relations Officer, Wasiu Abiodun, the Commissioner gave the warning during a meeting with the leadership of the two associations at the Police Command Headquarters, Dose Koro in Mina. He urged scrap dealers to be responsible in their transaction and ensure that all items were sourced legitimately. Meanwhile, Federal Capital Territory Police Command says it has intensified its crackdown on kidnappers in Abuja. Commissioner of Police Ajo Adewale revealed this while parading 11 suspects linked to the abduction of some people in the Federal Capital Territory, following a rescue operation that freed 2 victims and left 3 suspects neutralized. Global Television's correspondent reports.
FCT Police Command says coordinated rescue effort was carried out in partnership with the Nigerian Army and local vigilantes. Acting on credible intelligence, security forces moved in on the kidnappers, successfully rescuing 2 victims who had been held hostage. Recovered from the suspects were 7 firearms, a locally made pistol, 18 vehicles, 2 trucks, and other exhibits still under investigations.
Anti-narcotic operation. In the month under review, 11 notorious drug dealers were arrested. 68 bags of cannabis, which have been confirmed for our test, have been recovered.
The commissioner emphasized that the police will not relent in their efforts to rid Abuja of criminal gangs.
We are winning the war against one-chance criminals. We were able to bust 3 syndicates within the time under review. 115 ATM cards were recovered from this criminal.
He appealed to residents to cooperate with security agencies by reporting suspicious activities in their communities, stressing that vigilance and collaboration remains key to defeating crime in the FCT. Ubon Usoro for Global Television.
Adija Local Government Council of Jigawa says it has commenced the construction of 3-kilometer tunnel to create way for excess water from a pond to River Adija. The council's information officer, Mohammed Talaki, made this known in a statement made to the News Agency of Nigeria in Dutse. He stated that the chairman of the council, Alhaji Ahmed Abba Ari, made the announcement in Adija during the inauguration of a project worth 60 million naira. In many Nigerian homes today, English has become the first language for children, while native tongues are slowly fading away. This shift is sparking concerns about the future of Nigeria's rich linguistic and cultural heritage. Global Television's Priscilla Obasi reports.
Nigeria is home to over 500 languages, yet many are now endangered, with younger generations unable to speak or even understand their mother tongue. Experts warn that losing language also means losing culture, traditions, and identity. Some parents told Global Television that urbanization, modern lifestyle, and intertribal marriages are making it harder for children to learn their local languages.
I used to hear. I can hear very well, but I cannot speak it that much because I didn't go in my place. So,
in the 80s and early 90s, you discover that our setting is communal in nature. You see about 1,000 people, they are the same tribe, settling in one place, speaking one languages. But now that we are in the city, that is not the case. The issue have changed. Igbo, Yoruba, and so many other tribes mixed together.
I'm from Anambra State. My wife is from a different language. Myself, I'm from a different language. So, it can be tricky. Naturally, kids would learn language when they hear their parents speak. But because of that dichotomy, that language difference, so we tend to speak in a middle ground language like English. But I take it outside my own comfort zone to teach them my language. I send them to their grandparents' house. So, as it stands, at least my kids find it fun to make attempts to speak Igbo language. So,
language experts also point to the influence of schools and media in shaping communication habits. They warn that without deliberate efforts, many Nigerian languages could disappear within a generation. The question remains, will Nigeria's next generation inherit their mother tongues, or will these languages vanish into history? Priscilla Obasi, Global Television News.
Imo State's government has inaugurated local emergency management communities across its 27 local government areas to set up grassroots disaster response. The ceremony took place in Owerri, the state capital. Amarachi Ibe has details.
In the hall were men and women drawn from the 27 local councils, selected to serve as emergency committee members in their communities. The two-day workshop themed Flood Warning Preparedness and Disaster Management also featured the formal inauguration of the committee.
On behalf of His Excellency Senator Oguzodinma, on behalf of who is my boss and the governor of Imo State, I hereby inaugurate you.
Declaring the event open on behalf of Governor Hope Uzodinma, Secretary to the State Government Cosmos Iwu reaffirmed government's commitment to grassroots resilience.
So the importance of this thing is to educate them, because most of this problem is lack of awareness. Now they are aware now, they will be educated, they will be instructed, they will be equipped to handle these minor environmental issues themselves before it occurs, the preventive measure, so they don't have to wait before they take action.
Permanent Secretary Economic Affairs Bureau Joseph Odemenam, in his overview, said the training will equip stakeholders with knowledge and tools for effective disaster management.
And civil society organization. The local government management committee will evolve into vibrant platforms for safeguarding life, protecting livelihoods, and promoting resilience community throughout Imo State.
Goodwill messages came from Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Imo State, and the National Emergency Management Agency, Enugu Zonal Office, pleading partnership with the state in disaster preparedness.
As Argon Chairman of the state, I assure you, Your Excellency, that we will carry this responsibility with seriousness and dedication.
Therefore, I don't want to say much than to thank the government and people of Imo State for establishing the local emergency management committees.
Participants are expected to take the lesson back to their local government and serve on the front line of emergency response. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Watching the live broadcast of News Circle. When News Circle returns, Lokbo Biri orders for Energy Sustainability Conference Details coming shortly, plus foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. In business, the National Assembly says it has resolved to withdraw all circulars suspending contract awards in the 2025 fiscal year, with a strong indication that the 23.9 trillion capital component of the 54.99 trillion 2025 budget will now run into 2026. Topsy Gimba reports.
The resolution was adopted at the joint sitting of the appropriation committees of both chambers following earlier deliberations at the House of Representatives. At the Senate, the chairman Senate Committee on the Appropriation Committee, Solomon Lamilekon Adiola, read the resolution confirming that the capital component of 2024 budget will continue until December 31st, 2025, while implementation of 2025 capital component will commence immediately with the authority to incur expenditure issued within 7 days.
For us to assess the budget performance of 2024 budgets, as well as the implementation level of 2025 budgets. And before now, while on recess, the two committee chairmen of both the Senate and the House have done a lot of groundwork, speaking with the executive and the economic team.
Present at the joint session with lawmakers were key members of the federal government's economic team. The session later went into a closed-door meeting after the adoption of the resolution without any opposition from the economic team. Topsy Gimba, reporting for Global Television News.
The Association of Energy Correspondents of Nigeria has unveiled the lineup of high-profile participants for its 2025 Annual Energy Conference, scheduled for October the 9th in Lagos. In a joint statement by the chairman of the association, Ugo Amadi, the conference planning committee chairman, Adeola Yusuf, announced that this year's theme is Nigeria's energy, future exploring opportunities and addressing risk for sustainable growth. Confirmed speakers include Minister of State for Petroleum, Oil, Senator Heniaka Lukuberi, Minister of State for Petroleum, Gas, Ekperikpo, Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, and Bashibayo Olajuri, Group Chief Executive of the NNPC Limited. On the foreign scene, a judicial commission set up by the South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa to investigate explosive claims by a top police officer linking politicians to criminal gangs has begun its public hearing. Police Chief for the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Nanza Mangzwani, says the country's criminal justice system has been subjected to a continuous threat, as well as sabotage over an extended period. Uyi Agbemofwegbe has the rest of the story.
Africa's most industrialized nation is plagued by deep-rooted crime and corruption, fueled by organized networks. In July, Provincial Police Chief Nkwanazi had accused Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and other senior officials of obstructing investigations into the cases, including politically motivated murders.
It has been my aim that I want to demonstrate that the criminal justice system has been subject to a continuous threat, as well as sabotage, which has been with us over an extended period, to a point where we believe it is at real risk of a total collapse if nothing is done. Therefore, an urgent and effective interventions are required in order to avert this outcome.
Mkwanazi, a prominent lieutenant general with more than 3 decades of service, was the first to testify before the panel in the capital, Pretoria. He has placed a demand on the commission.
And I believe this commission will stand to play a very important role in order to help us to prevent this total collapse of the justice system in our country.
His allegations had led President Ramaphosa to suspend Mchunu and announce the 3-member commission chaired by a former Constitutional Court judge. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
China's Xingfang Forum, a key regional security dialogue, has concluded in Beijing, with senior defense officials from Iran, Cambodia, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Somalia delivering speeches during the plenary session. Chinese Defense Minister Duan Jun stated at the opening of the 12th Beijing Xingfang Forum that Taiwan is part of China and will always remain so, emphasizing that the People's Liberation Army is prepared to counter external interference and prevent any separatist attempts from taking root. Zaura Nazir has details.
It was further highlighted that 2025 marks the 80th anniversary of Taiwan's recovery, a milestone directly linked to the outcomes of World War II. Chinese Defense Minister stated that the return of Taiwan as part of China was an undeniable result of wartime victory and the First War International Order. By linking the Taiwan issue to the First War Global Order, the Defense Minister positioned the matter as not only a question of sovereignty, but also one of international stability. Badr Abubakar, Nigeria's Minister of Defense, participated at the event. Zahra Nasir, reporting for Global TV News.
Senior men's team, the Tigers, have dropped to the 53rd in the world, following the latest ranking released by the global governing body FIBA. After a summer of intense basketball activity, which saw continental tournaments take place across the globe, the Tigers, who reached the quarterfinals of the 2025 FIBA Afro Basketball Tournament in Angola last month, dropped a massive 11 points from 42nd in March 2025 to 53rd position in the world in September. Ezekiel Nathaniel made his history for Nigeria at the Tokyo 2025 World Championship, setting a new national record in the men's 400-meter hurdles with a blazing 47.11 seconds to finish fourth. He was briefly held as a world champion bronze medalist following the disqualification of Americans Ryan Benjamin, the initial winner for lane infringement. However, after an appeal, Benjamin's result was reinstated, returning him to the gold medal position and pushing Nathaniel back to the fourth place. Ademola Lookman has returned to full training with Atalanta after holding a crucial meeting with head coach Ivan Juric and his teammates. The Nigerian forward had been sidelined since August following his push to join Serie A rivals Inter. However, multiple reports in Italy confirms that Lookman was back with the main group in Zingonia before the season. Lookman reportedly sat down with Juric to resolve the recent tensions and later addressed the squad, admitting he endured a difficult summer but stressing his renewed motivation and commitment to the team. That's it on News Central. That's it on News Circle. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV channels 365 and StarTimes channels 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using Global TV NG. I am Ubon Usoro. Bye for now.